All right, guys, we've got a GE front loader here, and I want to go over a few things to kind of help you navigate a little bit. Now, these washers they're not too bad. They're not too bad, but people overload these things way too much, right? I bought this washer from a local guy, and based on what he said, it was a drain pump issue. I don't know. I haven't checked the machine. I've worked on these a few times, and I will tell you from experience, most of the times, if you have this washer, within 2 years, you're going to be dealing with a bad drain pump, especially if you do a lot of clothes. Usually around 2 years. If you have well water, we're talking about a year, maybe 9 months. Seriously. Water valves in the back. If you have city water, you may be good for around 3 years. Well water, maybe a year in, sometimes a year and a half. That's kind of the stretch I've been seeing. So keep that in mind. Now, if you have a drain pump that's not pumping, you can try this before you do anything. CLR, Barkeeper's Friend, I will link all of that stuff. Pour some in, let it go down to the pump, let it soak. Do a drain. You can go to number, I think 12 on this. We'll go over it in a minute. Let it do a drain. You can check the drain pump. Now, if you have a bad drain pump, you might be thinking your washer you might be getting different codes. If you enter into diagnostic and you're checking codes, you might get more than one code that are associated with something else. You have to understand the sequence of operation on a washer. Puts water in and is unable to rotate the drum. It's going to send a signal that the inverter is not working. That does not mean the inverter is bad. If the washer cannot rotate to initiate spin or wash, it's going to show a code for the drain pump. It's going to show a code as well for the inverter. So it activates a lot of these different sequences initially to get the washer rolling. So we're going to go into diagnostic, and I just want to show you. They're basically, let's see, to check your washer, you can literally go through, I think they're about, let me see, I think 4. Yeah, 4 sequences. And we're going to basically check the inverter for the spin. If your washer, the drum spins, your inverter is not bad. If you go to, I think 15, where the washer will wash and it moves, the drum rotates, your inverter is not bad. And if you go to number, it's either 12 or 14, we'll double check, I forget. And if your pump turns on and you hear it struggling, or you're leaving water in the tub, the washer's not able to complete the cycle, and you have water in the tub, you check the filter down there and there's nothing in there, you hear the pump making weird gurgling sounds, it's going to be a drain pump, 100%. Start with that. In fact, I've even gotten pumps, and guys, if you're going to fix your machine, if you're actually working on it, now you can do your drain pump from underneath, but if you're not totally comfortable, then take the machine apart. You can actually see what you're doing. You do a better job that way. But yes, you can tip these. You got to be careful because the bellow will be moving and you could pinch a wire. So take your time to get GE certified pump. They're better. And I will show you a trick as well. There's another company that supplies the same pump. We'll go over that. All right, so we're going to go into diagnostic, and I want you to hear what the pump is doing. Now, keep in mind, if the board is supplying voltage, it is a good sign, but it doesn't always mean that the board is not at fault. So if you consistently hear a rattling noise when the pump should be running smoothly, there's a good chance that the board itself is at fault. Diagnostic. So you're gonna press to start and basically rotate 6 times, I think. All right. All right. So we're in. And I'm going to go to, let's go to 26. Start. That turns the pump on as well, checks your door lock, and it's running the inverter. I didn't want to run it for too long because I suspect the drain pump is not good the way it sounds, and based on what they're telling me as well, that it was, there's water in the tub, so we know there's an issue with the drain pump. The trap is cleared. I already checked that, so make sure you check that before you jump into replacing the pump. So all right, so we know the inverter is functioning. Now there's another one you can do, and I think that's 15. That initiate the water valve. I can hear the valves. So it will still check the inverter. It also checks your door lock. Inverter's moving. You can hear the rotation. Hear that? So inverter's good. I know you can hear that. All right. So that was your other inverter checked, and you can see the rotation was beautiful. Everything's good. Now your other check is going to be the drain, which runs the pump. I think that is number 14. Now I don't want to keep doing it, but you can hear the pump. Okay. Now, there is a test, right, that you can do. And also, too, if you're overloading your machine, it's not going to complete a cycle. I wish I had some weight to put in there, but I'm going to simulate some weight, and we're going to take the door stripe off and add some resistance and see how the inverter handles the resistance. Again, this checks your inverter as well, your door lock, and the drain pump. ramping up. I wanted to go through. The machine will check the pump. A lot of times, a pump, when it's bad, it will heat up and it will give a code at the end. I can hear the pump, it's rattling. Listen. Alright, so this test was fine, and I'm going to assume that it's good. No codes or nothing. So let's get out of it and see if something was generated after the fact. So I'm going to go back into diagnostic and let's see if there's a code. That means there's no error. So the problem now might be a board issue, because now the pump is acting erratically. If you've changed the pump and same issue, it's going to be a board. Listen to this pump. That pump is struggling. If you hear that noise, you need to change your pump. That is not a good pump, even if you don't have an error code, because what will happen during the wash, you got to remember your washer has quite a few cycles before it finishes the load. It's going to rinse, it's going to drain. That pump is going to heat up. A lot of times you'll get weird codes with these machines. You have to understand them, that the duration of the run of the pump is quite long. So it's not just one test. GE actually should allow for longer tests, or while the washer is pumping, it drains and drains. So in other words, this drain pump should run as long as the drain pump time that is combined to the cycle completion, if that makes any sense. So a lot of times the diagnostic is not as long for the duration of the entire cycle. And I think that's where people get into trouble. So I'm going to change this pump. I want to point something out. You see this little line here? If you're going to have this on your washer, this is basically the drum eating into the outer tub. Okay, all of these things is going to cause your washer, you're overloading it. You guys think because you have a huge drum you should stuff it. All you're doing is killing these things. They die, they really do. So you're having a lot of friction between the drum. You can literally see it. So this metal portion is coming in contact with that. And some of these sometimes will actually implode, literally implode. It depends on the, I forgot the exact term, when the glass is manufactured. And a lot of these are still glass. That is glass. If it heats up and water touches it, it will explode and just make a mess in the machine. So damage your bellow, all of that stuff. Another thing to note, when you're done washing, do not allow this to run. It kills your washer. It kills your inverter. Old-fashioned way, leave the door open, half open, wipe your seal, open that, and you're done. That's it. When you allow this inverter to constantly work and rotate, you're wearing your board, you're wearing out the inverter. It's killing your machine. these will last. Other than your drain pump and your water valve, that's pretty much most of the hardest part. When you start running the inverters, around 4 years or so, when you work them hard. I've seen inverters like 10, not 10, like 8 years and still running because of how some customers take care of the machines. So be mindful. All right, we're gonna spin this drum. I wanna check, make sure that it is rotating smoothly. We're gonna put it into inverter test, I think, which just runs the inverter. Horrible pump, listen to that sound. So this drum has a slight wobble to it. This drum is not perfect at all. I would definitely say this machine was super overloaded and it was not cared for well. You can definitely hear the heavy vibration as the machine is rotating. I wish I could show you guys better. It's hard to catch it. Normally, if you move this drum up and down, but this is not to the point to where it's noticeable. This is noticeable as in very minute, very small vibration is what's happening to this machine. But it's still fine. I do have an assembly like this. If it was really bad, I would change it. I wish, another thing you can look at is the gasket. If the gasket is getting rubbed, and you'll also smell even burning smell coming from this thing when they are really out of balance. But this one is, it definitely has some wear, and I think this machine does not look old. I haven't ran any, I should probably run the numbers. I haven't yet to see exactly how old it is, but all right, that's enough. All right, so I'm going to change the pump, and I want to show you something in regards to the pump, how they look and what other company